Hey, this is Kat of Kattalestv. There's a lot of breaking news going on right now, so I just want to talk about the top three that came out of the news. It's Friday, I believe, February the 22nd. First off, R.Kelly is supposed to be indicted. Charges are going to be filed in a little bit. It's close to noon in Los Angeles, supposedly around 2 o'clock. I believe it's Cook County, Illinois. They're going to have a press conference. Supposedly, Michael Avenatti had a videotape that showed R. Kelly having sex with a 14-year-old. So that is a part of this case, that they're finally indicting Mr. Kelly. So hopefully justice will be served, even though it's been going on for 20 years. The next thing is, of course, Jussie Smollett has been arrested. I believe he's out on bail. It was $100,000 or something like that. And he's being edited out the last 2 episodes of Empire. Some people are canceling his... I don't know if he had another show, but there was something online about him being canceled on another project. He's in serious trouble, and he's facing up to 3 years in prison. There's a lot of people very disheartened about his behavior, and also, rightfully so, stating that so many other crimes are not taken seriously, but because he was a celebrity or is a celebrity, there was so much attention to him and such an outpouring. You know, in the big picture in life, just because someone is a part of your clique, it's not beneficial. It doesn't behoove any of us if we give them a pass. There's been so many celebrities who people did not believe the victims, and they totally went the celebrity because they were famous, and it turned out the celebrity was a liar. There's been numerous people that are still making money and still out, even though they're on probation, and even though they've been out on bail on multiple crimes, they're still on stage doing comedy, they're still doing movies, they're still making a living. So Jussie is just one of the many celebrities who is a psychopath and thought he could get away with it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, and we'll see. Also, Robert Kraft, the owner of New England Patriots, has been arrested for soliciting a prostitute. Supposedly they have video, and he did it twice. And this happened in Fort Lauderdale. And you're probably wondering what I'm looking at. This is a chalkboard wall. I have notes on there. I was going to do a really funny bit, but it didn't work. The camera angle didn't work, so I'm doing it this way. But regardless of which, the old cheating New England Patriots ratted a gun. The owner got arrested for soliciting a prostitute. I'm not surprised at all. You know what I'm saying? So we have R. Kelly getting indicted finally. We have Jussie Smollett. It came out also that he was unhappy about the amount of money he was being paid an episode. It was like over $100,000. Let me just say, in some states you can buy a house for the amount of money he was being paid for each episode. So I don't have much sympathy for him. As a victim of a violent crime, a lot of people didn't believe when I came forward. You know, it was shocking. And there's so much drama and heartache a person has to go through when you actually come forward and you brave all the fallout for it. And especially if you go up against a celebrity. And for a celebrity to sit there and make a a false statement to the police, waste their time, have detectives combing the area looking for evidence. There's so many people involved in this. It's not a victimless crime. So I wish people understand that. It takes a lot of courage for people to come forward. And when they do, they have to also understand, bring evidence, have hard evidence. And in reference to Jussie getting caught, he wrote those guys a check. So it's not that hard for police to figure out what Jussie did. You know what I'm saying? But again, it has ramifications for victims coming forward. A lot of times they're not taken seriously. And Jussie doesn't represent all blacks or all gays. He just represents himself, and he lied. And again, he will have to reap the ramifications of his actions. As in regards to R.Kelly, finally, hopefully, he goes to jail. So many people gave it a pass, allowed him to do this for so long. Supposedly, he was cruising schools looking for girls for like 20 years. And it was like a thing that happened in Chicago. Nobody really did anything about it. And I had talked to some people recently that are from the Chicago area, and they were like, well, this is just normal. And the thing I realized in sadness is that being abused, sexually abused, is so common for most women and also some men. And it happens when they're young, that they just accept that's a normal thing that happens in their community. And it's not right. We have to stand out and call out these abusers and stop the sexual mental abuse. Sexual assault on a child is not right. And it has lasting ramifications. And if it's true that R.Kelly was sexually abused as a child and he never got help, or he started abusing other people, that just shows you that we have to address these issues, stop it, and not allow people to do it. And one of the things these ladies were talking about was like, well, that happened to me and no one did anything, so it's no big deal. And it's like, just because you weren't saved doesn't mean other people don't deserve to be saved. So, R. Kelly is canceled. Jussie Smollett is canceled. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft canceled. We got to do better. Call out people doing bad things. And if you're doing bad things, stop. Try to get help. Try to help yourself. Try to help other people. But those are like the top 3 stories. Of course, there's Manafort drama, Roger Stone drama. They let these people get away with so much crap. You know, threatening the judge on Instagram with the crosshairs and stuff like that. They let these people get away with whatever they want to do. And it's amazing. Certain people get away with stuff. Trump has been getting away with things for 30 years. And they just kept letting it go. Excuse me, especially in New York, because he was making money for a lot of people. But one of the things, like a lot of these things have in common, is when you let bad people keep doing bad things, it becomes the norm. It becomes acceptable, and it changes the vibration of a neighborhood, of a family, of a country, and even maybe the world. And the physical violence, the emotional violence, the spiritual violence is a real issue. You know what I'm saying? And I said it on Twitter earlier. Trump is like a STD that wasn't taken care of and blows up to a full plague. Because the justice system is being mocked. The FBI, CIA, the people that protect us are being ridiculed. And Putin's winning. He's allowed the pus of our nation to fester, and he exploited it. And people aren't realizing One of the best ways to destroy your enemy is let them destroy themselves. So think about that. Anyway, this is Kattalestv. I hope this worked today, honey child. It's been so cold in LA that I can barely think. It's like 40 degrees, 38 degrees, blah, 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 in the day and the night. And the Oscars are going on this weekend, and there's a lot of events going on, and I am so cold, my hands are shaking. And I don't have my winter clothes, so climate change is real. And we have to start taking care of the environment better. All right, so subscribe, watch some other videos. You have a fantastic day. Bye.